Hi, Shannon here with Miss Petal, and I just wanted to tell you the story of how my Petal came to me. Petal used to be Pearl. Of course, I'm an animal communicator, and one of my specialities in the field is pet reincarnation. And my Pearl bird was with me from the time he was 5 weeks old until just past his 24th birthday, and he passed unexpectedly one morning, and I was absolutely devastated. I mean, we were literally joined at the beak, and I'd raised him from a 5-week-old chick. I'd syringe fed him, and we were just everything to one another, and I was just devastated. It actually stopped me in my tracks. I actually stopped working, so my business just ground to a screeching halt, and I just couldn't really function. And what was so interesting is I'd already been working with pets in spirit, and I'd already had a few instances where pets had let me know that they were coming back to their people in brand new bodies. But I hadn't really had a tangible conscious experience of it for myself. And even though I was inconsolable, I was Niagara Falls, I was a total wreck, that afternoon I heard inside Pearl's voice say 3 key things. 1, Mom, I'm rushing right back. 2, I'm going to be a ladybird this time. Of course, Pearl's obsession when he was alive was looking for a ladybird to make eggs with. 3, I am going to be called Petal. And, 4 things. He showed me an image of a beautiful pale yellow cockatiel. Now, that very afternoon, Mom got on my computer and started searching for cockatiel babies, because that's what moms do, right? They just don't want to see their kids in pain. And I didn't really want to search, but as she was scrolling, I saw a link titled Robin's Nest, and I said, what is that? In spite of myself, I was just so fixated, and I love robins, and I was just like, Robin's Nest, what is that? So I called her up and got Robin. She was a cockatiel breeder, and just like all the other breeders we called, she said, no, there will not be any babies because it is January and it's freezing, and they don't start breeding until it warms up around March. And just as I was getting ready to hang up in defeat, she said, but I had to move all of my aviary birds inside. We had had a freak freeze here in Houston, and I found 2 cockatiel eggs laid completely out of season. I had to move them in so quick, I don't even know who the parents were. So I've put them in an incubator, and I'm going to see, I'll candle them in a few days, and I'm going to see if either one is viable. So why don't you contact me in about a week? Which felt like a year for me, of course. And something in me just knew. I just knew. And within 48 hours, she had texted me to show me a video of her candling the eggs. Both were viable. Now, only one made it to actually pipping and hatching. And that nestling turned out to be Miss Petal back here. Now, when I said yes to Petal, the DNA test had gotten mysteriously lost. So I didn't know at the time that I said yes and paid and brought Petal home. I didn't know if she was a girl or a boy. There was a part of me that was like, man, I must be smoking something. This stuff is too woo even for me. So miraculously, within about a week, we finally got the retest back. Petal was a girl. And Robin of Robin's Nest sent me the picture of her surrogate mom. She had told me I put the egg, the little chick with my most experienced hen. That hen was the pure light yellow bird that Pearl had showed me. And here's something even cooler. Petal is what they call a pearl color mutation. And what that means is that these markings on her, which only the ladybirds get to keep, are specifically, like genetically, what the breeders call them is a pearl coloration. Isn't that right, my love? Yeah, so I call you my miracle egg. Yeah, no matter how big and how old you get, you'll always be mommy's precious miracle egg. My precious little baby chick. Yeah, my petal pearl. You're my petal pearl. And what's been so fun is my mom mentioned the other day, she said, do you realize that there's only one letter's difference between the names pearl and petal? Yeah, that's because you're petal pearl, right? So it's the story of how my miracle bird came back to me. Send you all my love. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.